Hey everybody, it's Mountain Prepper, and this video is going to be a fairly short gun video, and more specifically, this is going to be about survival firearms. And let me explain real quick what I mean when I say a survival firearm. I'm taking into consideration, or I'm assuming that as a prepper or whatever you'd like to call yourself, you've got your main battle rifle, high capacity semi-automatic, medium caliber size battle rifle, and you've also got a medium to high caliber sidearm and some sort of a tactical or pump action shotgun, something along those lines. When I say a survival firearm, what I'm talking about is a firearm that you're going to use in case you're in a situation where you have to, maybe you've got to be in the woods for a while and you got to hunt and that kind of stuff. And I found one, and I think for me, it meets almost all the criteria for what a good survival firearm should be. And I want to just kind of do a brief little overview of it. Now, this is not a review. This is, I'm just pointing this out to let you guys know that this is out there. Okay, let's first talk about criteria for a survival firearm. And for me, the number one criteria that I base a survival firearm on is ruggedness and durability. Okay, this firearm has to be a tank. Okay, it has to be able to go through hell and back and still fire. If the world goes ass over tea kettle and I have to go to the woods for an undetermined amount of time, I want to make sure that the firearm that I'm trusting my life to gain food with is going to fire when I want it to fire, no matter what kind of conditions I might find myself in. So the number one criteria for me is ruggedness and durability. Now, the second criteria, and I'm listing these in my personal list of them from most important down. The second criteria is going to be simplicity. Okay, it has to be easy to fire, easy to maintain, easy to break down, easy to clean, easy to store. Okay, I don't want something that's overcomplicated, and I don't want something that takes all day to break down, to clean, and all that nonsense. I want something that's easy and fast. Okay, because you're not in that kind of situation, a survival situation, you've got a lot more important things to do than taking 4 pins out of a gun and springs and all that nonsense to try to clean it out to fire it. So number 2 is simplicity of design. That's the second most important thing when I'm talking about a survival firearm. Simplicity of design. All right, number 3 is going to be versatility. Okay, the weapon has to be able to perform different functions. Okay, I want a weapon that if I see a target of opportunity in a survival situation to take food, that I can take it with this weapon regardless. Okay, I want to be able to hunt anything that I can encounter with this weapon. Okay, so it can't be, it can't be too powerful to hunt the smallest bird, or too light to kill the biggest deer. I want something that will cover all the bases if I find myself in a situation where I have to be in the woods for a while and I'm depending on hunting for survival. And lastly, but certainly still very important, the firearm has to be in a caliber that is, number one, inexpensive and widely available. Okay. So, it can't be in some kind of crazy caliber that, ammunition is hard to find for. This thing needs to be fire cheap, readily available ammunition. Now, with all that being said, and all those criteria in place, I did some research, and what I found that matches my criteria better than anything I could find is this. And this is the Rossi matched pair, okay, made by Rossi, who, makes mostly revolvers. But this particular firearm is a 22 long rifle and 12 gauge combo. Comes with 2 barrels. The barrels themselves are interchangeable in 5 seconds or less. And the reason that this meets my criteria are this. Number one, this thing is basically a hammer and a tube. Okay. Very few parts. Now it is single shot, but basically the only moving parts on this thing is the trigger group and your hinge for your breakdown. Other than that, it's basically a hammer and a tube. So, it breaking down, the chances of that is very slim. Secondly, like I said, the versatility this weapon offers is you've got your 22 and 12 gauge and all the different choices of rounds that come with those 2 calibers. So easy to stockpile ammunition for this. Both rounds are fairly cheap, 22 being the cheapest that I know of, and 12 gauge not that bad. So you can really stockpile quite a bit of ammo. And, you can hunt anything with this. I mean, in North America, besides maybe if you're in the Northwest, moose and elk and that kind of stuff, I don't know. But, where I live, you're going to see a lot of squirrel, deer, that kind of stuff, birds. So for me, where I live, I can take just about anything in the woods with this thing. And so that's why this, for me, is the ultimate survival weapon. So there it is. I just wanted to throw this out, and I don't know if some of you guys might have not really thought about this kind of thing, but there may be a situation where you have to find yourself in the woods for a period of time, and you need to hunt. And if you do, this would be probably, for me, the perfect weapon to have with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. I appreciate it. All the views and comments and everything. And I'll try to get some more videos out as soon as I can. All right, Mountain Prepper signing off. Remember, mountaineers are always free.